Hi, this is Rony Mullick, and you are watching the post market show. Today's market, it was from the title, as you can imagine, it was all about the banking stocks dragging the markets down. Everything opened with a gap up as expected. US markets were in green, Asian markets were positive, even the European markets were positive when we closed. And obviously, on top of good global cues, markets opened with a huge gap up. And then what happened? The markets moved a little higher from the morning, and in the afternoon, especially after 1:30, then we saw a huge fall coming in and everything falling. Nifty, Bank Nifty, and all other major indices have fallen, but barring the mid caps and small caps, they are firm and they are making new all-time highs every other day. And Bank Nifty was the sector which has been the weakest today, falling by more than 700 points from the day's high to the day's low. That obviously created a negative momentum across the Nifty as well. So let's get into the charts and see. So we did discuss markets would be opening with a gap up around 19432. This was the level we had marked, and markets did move higher after that. So we did talk about that markets, if it is making the day's high and it is going up, so it did go up slightly, but around 19,500 what is it, yeah, 90,452 levels was the high made today, but then came the fall. And especially after 2 o'clock, Nifty started falling. You can see big red candles, and where did it take support? Exactly at 19,334. So this is the importance of the levels that we talk about, and you can see it stopped exactly over there. So Nifty overall, it is slightly positive, almost flat, we can say, just up by 4.8 points from yesterday's closing. So this is the situation. Nifty back in its range, and one more day Nifty could not close above 19,500. We talked about this multiple times. Unless and until the Nifty is able to close above 19,500, and that is the time we will slightly change our bias to bullishness. That did not happen. Markets remain bearish. It was back Nifty, you can see it's down by 0.59 percentage, and it did not consider the gap up, otherwise the fall would have been great. So it has, I think, fallen more than 1 percentage today. Let's look at it. 1.4 percentage from the day's high to the day's low, 622 points approximately. And you can see the beauty of the levels once again. Nifty going and taking resistance around 44,775 levels, and then it came crashing down and it broke through 44,500 like it wasn't anything. And this trend line which we talked about, that Bank Nifty was on an upward trajectory, that also got broken with a lot of strength. And where did it take support? Again, 44,151. That is the level where markets made took support and ended somewhere around there. So Bank Nifty falling massively, I would say, and more than 262 points down from a close to close basis. It is definitely dampened the mood everywhere. But not to worry, we have mid caps and small caps. They are doing extremely well. Mid caps up 0.73 percentage, small caps ruling the day up by 0.88 percentage. So definitely these are definitely not following the large caps. This is good to see. At least these are doing well. Talking about sectors, most of the sectors have done well, excepting the obviously banking and finance sectors, and also we have energy down by 0.37 percentage. Talking about banks, both of the banks are down, both PSU and private banks. PSU banks are down by 0.33 percentage, but private banks are down by 0.41 percentage. The fall is larger, and financial services are down even more by 0.5 percentage. This is the sectors which underperformed today, but all other sectors did pretty well today. Only reality up by 1.4 percentage, and the rest of them have closed between 0 and 1 percentage. Talking about sectors which did well, metals up by 0.92 percentage for the second consecutive day. It is up. IT doing well, 0.77 percentage. FMCG recovering slightly, 0.57 percentage up. And what else do we have? Pharma sector is somewhere flat, and auto has moved up by 0.64 percentage. This is the sectoral overview. And moving to Nifty 50 contributors, Geo Financials once again up by 5 percentage upper circuit. So this is good. The stocks was falling and falling. Now it is moving back up. And then Infosys, it is the top contributor on Nifty on the positive side. Then we have ITC, Maruti, Tata Steel, again up by 2% for the second consecutive day. Mahindra and Mahindra up by 1.43%. So you can see these are the top stocks, and also we have TCS, HCL. So overall, IT sectors have done well. HDFC Bank, which was the savior for the last couple of days at least, has become the villain once again. 0.73% down, dragging Nifty by almost close to 20 points. And it has the banking stocks, ICICI Bank, State Bank, which is down, Kotak Bank. So these are the sectors, the stocks which are down the most. Also, we have Power Grid and L&T falling as well. So this is the current picture. You can see it was kind of a balanced day for Nifty because it did not end in the red, it just ended flat is what it is. DII and FII pictures show a different story because the net institutional flow is positive. DII is buying for 1323 crores, whereas FIIs have turned net sellers once again, selling almost 494 crores. So, but still the markets closed in the red, especially the banking stocks ended in the red. So this is the situation. And coming to economic calendar, we did have some data to be discussed. So what are they? First one was the German inflation rate. It came out at 6.1%, which is lower than last time. It was 6.2% last month, and it is 6.1% now, but still slightly higher than expectation. Expectation was at 6%. And then we have the US GDP growth rate, and this also has increased from the last month or last quarter, and it is at 2.1% right now, and expectation was 2.4%. So it is lower than expected, as you can see. So these are the data that came out, and also we have the ADP employment change, and it is so employments are lesser than the previous month. It is at 177k. Expectation was also 195k. So this is the situation. And usually GDP indicators, these are lag indicators, and they are usually priced into the markets. But let's see if the US markets are reacting to it or not. US markets are in the green right now, so looking good, I would say. And after yesterday's up move, today there is also an up move. S&P 500 up by 0.26%. Dow Jones is somewhat flat. It did move up, but now it is coming under selling pressure. Nasdaq is up 0.3%. So US markets still in the green, but it was the European markets which are like now it's flat to slightly negative, I would say. UK markets down by 0.04%, French markets down by 0.06%, and German markets down by 0.18%. This is the current situation where we see European markets are under selling pressure. And coming to the Asian markets, the thing it's currently balanced, I would say, because Japanese and Korean markets are up by 0.3%, both of them, and Chinese markets are down by 0.8%, and Hong Kong markets are just flat. This is the situation. And Australian markets are on the up move, 0.53% up. It has taken resistance from the trend line, as you can see. And usually the metal stocks are up. That helps the Australian, like once the Australian markets are up, the metal stocks are up. So there is a relation to that as well. So what about the other things like VIX? India VIX is down 3.4% today, back to 11 levels. 11.80 is the current level for India VIX. Crude oil prices are at 81. It did make a high of 82, but now it is at 80, around 81, you can say. So it is consolidating, I would say, not moving anywhere up or down. And gold prices is moving up with a lot of strength. This negative trend line was broken. The gold prices are moving back up. The next target is 1977, I would say. So keep an eye out for gold. And talking about, we have iron ore up by 5% today. So this is significant. That is why Tata Steel is moving up by, so significantly. So in the global markets, we see iron prices moving up by 5%. That is massive. And We have aluminum moving up. Okay, finally aluminum has broken this you know downward trending line, and it's a triangle breakout, but they did break out again once before on 31st July, so keep an eye out for that. Aluminum looking pretty strong, I would say. Hindalco and you know Nalco, so these stocks could be doing well, and the rest of the metal sectors are all positive is what I see. Even you can see copper up by 1.4%, are doing pretty good. Gold, we talked about gold as well. Everything looking fine. Currency markets, dollar index is moving down with a lot of strength for the third straight day. It is down by 0.43% once again. That should give the boost to the to equity markets. And talking about currencies, Indian rupee has, okay, it's flat right now, still 82.56 levels. Euro INR Indian rupee is again depreciating against euro. It is back to 90 levels, and same with pound sterling. Indian rupees has weakened and it is at 105.16 right now. So this is the situation of the currency market. So Indian rupee is weakening against euro and pound sterling, but against US dollars it is pretty fine, I would say. Talking about expiry, tomorrow is a monthly expiry, and what is going to be happening, that is very interesting. So before that, let's look at if there is anything important, any important data to be coming out tomorrow, economic data. We have the French inflation data coming out at 12:15 p.m. during the market hours, and then 2:30 we have the euro area inflation coming out, India's GDP growth rate coming out post market hours at 5:30, and US personal income month on month, and US personal spendings also coming up tomorrow. So a lot of data to be tracked for tomorrow. So this is there. Now open interest wise, Nifty, as you can see, put call ratio has definitely reduced from yesterday. It was slightly better yesterday, still negative, but put call ratio is 0.76 right now, indicating a lot of bearishness. Now 19,400 and 500 have huge call options, so it would be tricky for the markets to break through those levels. On the downside, we do have some puts, but that is at 19,300 and not much compared to the calls at 19,400. Back Nifty, it's a completely different picture, and absolute bearishness, put call ratio at 0.58, so that is very, very low, indicating everyone is biased for the markets to be bearish tomorrow, especially back Nifty. You can see across board call options have been sold from 44,200 and above, so 44,200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, everything added huge amounts of calls, and a lot of unwinding happened at 44,500, and their support only the support there is at 44,000, but that is still lower compared to the amounts of calls that have been sold. So Bank Nifty is definitely, if the markets are moving up, this could be acting as the people who shorted the markets so aggressively could be running for cover. That can create a reverse up move, so that is to be taken into consideration as well, looking into the open interests. So tomorrow being a monthly expiry, as you know, monthly expiries are usually trending, and not only monthly expiries, we are seeing a lot of expiries are trending these days. And so talking about Nifty levels tomorrow, at the same levels that we talk about. Tomorrow we can expect a small gap up because of US markets, the way it is trading right now. It could be a gap up, and from there, if it is weak, if the markets are weak, it can fall to 19,233. I believe 19,233 is a resistance level to watch out for, and in case there's a gap up, 19,334 should also be taken into consideration because it's a good support. And below 19,233, the markets can go down way down, so that is something to be scared about, around 19,180 levels, but that's not important. 19,233, after that important level is 19,011, that is way down. Above resistance are 19,432, 19,523. Again, chances of moving markets moving up that much is less, I would say, but in case of Back Nifty, in case there's a short covering or something like that, that could trigger an up move, because the way the option writers have written so aggressively, very close to the money, and that could be a slight panicky situation for Back Nifty. But overall range, Back Nifty 44,151 is a good support, and if that is broken, we can expect some kind of support around 44,000, because some people have options at 44,000 level. It's a round level as well, and then a good support is at 44,741, and then the last support is 43,471, which markets haven't visited in the recent months, but it is good to have that level in mind as well. Up above 44,500, 44,770, these are the levels to watch out for. So it is going to be a tricky expiry tomorrow, I believe. Could be volatile. There could be two-way, three-way moves, depending on the setup of the markets, how it is placed right now. Because global markets are up, it could be opening with a gap up, then it could be falling, like what exactly happened today. So, and again, it could be trending, and usually at the second half, I mean after 12 or 1 o'clock, you see the trends which continue can go in the similar direction, and that could be a good opportunity for directional players, especially option buyers. They get into the market at those levels, buying options at dirt cheap levels, and so that is also there. This is the situation. Expecting volatile expiry because we have resistances above, supports as well down below, and markets could have two-way, three-way movements likely tomorrow. So that is all from my side. Thank you for watching, and have a good expiry, monthly expiry tomorrow, and good night for now.